And you can see now, first thing, remember, facial expressions. Let's look at them.
Matthew is obsessed.
That's not a good one. That's not a good
one. Borderline stalking, but the touching the head lady back saying oh no is probably a bad indication. Right now on the draft, we have the Ahri, Seraphine, and Jinx, whereas on the other side, the Zed, Blitzcrank, and a Mumu. Okay, so some old favorites coming back, and some new ones with the Malphite.
Combo!
That'll be pretty sick, right?
Okay. Yeah, but you can see Seraphine also being picked up for the first time in this whole tournament. And Shyvana! Yes! Finally, we see the Shyvana, and I love Shyvana so much. This game revolves so much around counter jungling and, you know, being aggressive in the jungle that she is such a great pickup. I want to see, please, now I'm automatically a Marshall fan. You know what? Throw away my predictions. I'm Team Marshall straight away.
This guy backpedaling on stream, really? Can you really trust Matthew if he's backpedaling on stream? You have to note though, Matthew, that I believe Shyvana is the one that nuking Fire Breath from the Dragon form to kind of deal with the enemies when it comes to team fighting. But still, the concept or the premise of Shyvana has never been any different, right? Farm jungle, wait to take dragons, and then power up from there.
Yep. Oh, let's look at the start of this game. Anything different here? You can see Daryl. Looks like, wow, Zed playing really passive here. What do you think about this?
Well, actually walking out for the shurikens now, so I think giving a bit of space to Matt is dangerous because once the Ahri gets level 2, she's immediately going to start bullying out the Zed, so have to be careful, have to keep the pressure down. Now in the Dragon lane, we also see the wave being pushed up already, so Team Marshall here, you know, playing the waves pretty well, getting early pushes, getting early leads, buying space for Shyvana to farm the jungle.
Yep, you can see both teams playing really passive. They do not want to make any mistakes. Early pokes coming out, and you know, this is what Shyvana is doing. She's just clearing all her jungle, going from the top side into the bottom. Very, very methodical, making sure you get everything. Of course, ice, like we mentioned, right? You know, if you think he's the best player, give him the jungle role.
Dude, I love how Ice has a headset, like a legit headset. He's on Team Voice right now, you can actually hear him a little bit. And he's like coordinating the calls for his team. He's giving, you know, pings right now, he's calling his movements. This guy is a true and blue IGL.
Yep. He ice in his name and ice in his veins.
Moving over to the bottom Scuttle Crab, all things given, you know, there's nothing big just happening yet. Although Matt is going to be walking down to support his jungler here, have to take the Scuttle Crab that much quicker. Dude, I love this teamwork coming in from Marshall. This is why I had them as my vote. They know how to play the map together, the coordination is there already.
Under attack.
Yep, and you can see Darius also bullying on the top side over the Malphite. Of course, you know, just like the PC version, Darius is going to be very annoying to deal with because of his lane pressure coming off from Decimate, right? You clear out, you spin your axes, you can't really fight against it. Meanwhile, on the side of Inspire, I think they're just happy to just farm things out. Remember, they have the Wombo combo, right? They have the Amumu, they have the Malphite. They want to reach that point where they unlock their ultimates, then they go for that big, you know, dragon fight.
Yeah, I think they're okay, you know, waiting for the level 5 to unleash everything, all hell upon Marshall. That being said, VY Gaming here on that Malphite. Remember that in Wild Rift, you don't have potions. There are no pots, right? The only form of sustain you have is from the honey fruit in lane. So VY Gaming getting poked out by the Darius is forcing him to play a bit more defensive, you know, backing off, not wanting to take trades because the moment level 5 is hit, the Darius is definitely going to all in you.
Did both teams like sign a peace treaty or something? It's like, guys, we're not gonna touch each other until we're both all level 5s. Wait, let's all farm up. You got your items? Cool. Okay, let's fight. It's so passive. I'm not used to this, right? Right. Going through the deep history of Wild Rift competitive, every game has been a bloodbath. This is simply unacceptable.
You have to remember, Matthew, right? The reason why they're playing so passively is because on one side you have Jungle Shyvana, on the other side you have Amumu. So they're going to be farming, they're not looking for anything before they have their ultimates, and Shyvana really needs the Dragon form to be able to deal significant or any sustainable damage, right? But meanwhile, mid lane, flash in already, look at this movement coming in! Shadow away, Zed is going to be safe for now, Ice still chasing him down. And we see the rotations being made early on. Preemptive flash coming from the Darius to get, you know, onto the flank of the Zed, but Forgot they hit the mobility of the shadows, burns the summoner spell for nothing, just for a little bit of pressure in the mid lane.
So now you can see original Matt gonna channel that recall. I think he wants to go back and get those items, utilize that gold that she has to make sure, you know, he gets a little bit of a power spike. Does has the blasting one and the lost chapter already, so a good chunk coming out for herself. Might actually look for a gang as we see the dragon has spawned. So in this game, 4th minute is where you kind of want to see the first big team fight, because dragon is so important in WoW Rift. The boosts that all the elements gives is so game changing.
Right now, Shyvana made the right move. You know, you base early to pick up your items, then you walk over to control this objective. The dragon lane right now is in a weird spot. You can see it's kind of stalemated, so no one really has the lane priority to rotate down and help their teammate out. The junglers are just gonna face off, put wards down, and back off.
This is so interesting. Both teams actually, this is like an actual competitive game. Right? Yeah, you could, Just No Limit could have went for the all-in on this Zed, but looks like they're playing a little bit safe. Meanwhile, you know, Malphite against Darius, I guess what X Live can only do is just push, right? You're not really going to kill that Malphite unless he really screws up. He still has the flash, and he can always use that Unstoppable Force to just, you know, get away from there.
Meanwhile, you can see the dragon has been started up right now by Shyvana. Dylan Pross still holding in this flank, waiting for the rotation to come in. Look at the minimap right now. Here comes the Blitzcrank, here comes the Zed. They're looking for this fight. Shyvana is going to use the Dragon Form to jump out, but the pressure is down. First blood already being picked up by the Zed. And now looking for a little bit more. They want to finish off the dragon. I think the call is going to be made. Zed, meanwhile, finding the double here in the jungle. Another kill coming in. 4 picks already for the side of Inspire, and the dragon has been taken away as well. A massive win coming in for Inspire this early on.
Good rotations, good communication, understanding the objective. That's what Inspire did. You could see Dylan Pros finding that information. They had that risk Gundler there. They knew that Dragon was being done. I thought he had enough damage, but they didn't account for the backup that the Amumu had. You could see everyone rotated out. Even the Malphite went all the way to mid lane. I'm pretty sure he used that ultimate to just clear it up. 4 for 0, got the dragon as well. Great start for Inspire from Indonesia.
I'm not sure if you caught the scoreboard there just for a second or two, but 2 big kills on the Zed. Like, if you are playing against Just No Limit right now, you'd be very nervous. If you're AD carry going up against this Zed, you'd be like, why? I hate my life, I don't get the team fight, I'm just gonna explode, right, the moment he walks in on me. So, this is gonna start becoming an issue. As the game goes on, the Zed is gonna find side lane kills very quickly.
Yep, I guess you could say this Zed is, has no more limits after that kills.
Definitely going to push the limit as well.
I promise you that's the last pun I'll ever make. It's so awkward to talk about puns where there's like a slight delay here and there, because you don't know whether it's just awkward silence or you're laughing in a delayed reaction, you know.
Right now, Just No Limit is just getting the mid lane push in. I'm very happy to see that the Rift Herald has been started as well, because they have the lead. They can activate this objective, and the mid lane Zed is going to keep pressure down. VY Gaming, even though he's not destroying his lane, he's still, you know, getting things done for his jungler. Still has the unstoppable force available, so he can do that if he needs to. Right now, just going to clear the wave out and look to help with his ultimate available.
Yep, and I think, remember, it's those 2 big ultimates. They have so much, you know, engage. They have the Amumu Bandit Shots because of that mummy. They have the Unstoppable Form. They have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow from Ashe, as well as the Blitzcrank Rocket Grab. So much potential, and with this Zed getting so many early leads with the kills, and especially getting this tower early on, they have so much damage, and I think they're in a really good spot right now in this game.
A lot of chip damage onto the mid-tier 1 Just No Limit as the Youmuu's active for a little bit, but just put the ward down and back off. Like you said, Matthew, you know, this game is a bit slow. It's almost like a competitive game, right? Everyone's just CSing, they're farming the lanes, looking for their first items. No real reason to run at each other just yet, although we did see some early fights over objectives. Teams are still playing very reserved.
Finally, they do get that middle turret down, and now Just a little bit gonna start roaming on that Zed. Of course, really high mobility, pops the Death Mark, Living Shadow. Flash immediately does get popped by that Ari. Gonna walk away from there, and Dylan Pros gonna use onto that Rift Herald. I think that middle turret is gonna go down as well.
Yeah, original Matt here has to back off, and with this Rift Herald activated, they should be able to take the tier 2. From a strategic standpoint, the mid tier 2 is not as important as the tier 1 because you already gain access into the opponent's jungle when you take out tier 1 already, so it just gives you a bit more space, right, when it comes to pushing. So Just No Limit can be a bit more aggressive now, use the jungle as a flanking spot to go in. UI Gaming has been joined by his mid laner now. They're going to be taking down the bot tier 1, or the dragon tier 1 rather.
Yeah, and the thing is this, Inspired has been very textbook, League of Legends style. Get the mid, rotate onto the side lanes, make sure that you open up the map completely and control the objectives. They have been the team that I think has been the cleanest gameplay so far. Would you agree here, Daryl?
Yeah, I think the early patience is an indication of that, and then now just moving on to this slow methodical, dot the I's, cross the T's style. Now looking for Dragon, the wave being pushed up is a bit tricky for them.
Alright, Just No Limit. Gonna push that a little bit. And I think he has just the full control of this mid lane right now. Like, no one can stop him.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but Just No Limit actually went for a very early TP enchant on his boots, so he's gonna be able to impact the map globally just by nature of that teleport enchant. He's gonna be able to help his side laners out as well. Although it is on a slightly long cooldown, it's on a 180-second cooldown. Both the Malphite as well as Just No Limit, VY Gaming and Just No Limit, both have TP. This is big. Like, you have to be careful if you're taking a fight right now.
Yep, and remember in this game, one more difference is that you can actually TP onto friendly teammates. Yes, you can TP to champions.
And at any point, it could become a 5v5, right? If you don't respect it. And Just No Limit making full use of this, he's taken down the tier 3 already, and that's going to open up the super, rather megas well. So he's going to have to back off here, getting caught out. The damage coming in from the fire is enough to pick him off. It's actually the bleed that finishes the kill. So the benefit though is that by doing that, he opens up the mid tier 3. And remember that the inhibitors have been combined into the mid tier 3s in this particular iteration. So on Wild Rift, if you take down the mid tier 3, you get the super minions already.
Yep, and I think while Just No Limit was being killed off, Dylan Pros together with VY Gaming was able to just secure onto that dragon. So at least they do get a little bit of advantage here and there. 2 dragons to 0. So far the elemental boost will be a really good boost. And here comes the teleport coming in. I think that is Just No Limit now. Gonna build something with Shadow, and that's the unstoppable force. No way to run. Ice just melted.
Look at the play coming in. We talked about this, right? You have to respect the TP because a 1-for-1 can become a 1v1 becomes a 2v1, and they always open up opportunities in the side lanes. Inspire actually, with the strategies coming in, you could see that they've planned this one out. They know, this is a different take on the game. Everyone has been playing an aggressive jungler so far. They play this slow, methodical game with TP and chance, and it's starting to work out for them.
Yeah, and you could see they have a strategy, they have a mindset, and it's really cool to see every different team having a different sort of idea on how to play the game.
Throws down the emote because why not? Now moves will be made by Inspire. They're moving towards this dragon lane, looking for a little bit more. Hasn't gone down yet for Inspire. Like, they haven't sieged the dragon tier 1 just yet, but they will find someone in the jungle here. It's going to be the Darius that has to flash away. Unfortunate, but he will not survive that encounter in the jungle. Push coming in still at the dragon tier 1.
Yeah, he will go down here and looks like, go, needs to be careful, does pop the encore, and now exhaust onto Shyvana. Missy's not gonna do that much. Kills us heavy, coming from the backside. There goes the Courage. Just No Limit here. The final boss has entered the building, picks up the dragon. Looks like that's all she's gonna get, and they're gonna walk away. That was very disciplined coming up from Inspire there.
Yeah, all they do is they just hit the kill and they back off, wait for the wave, and now they go for the Dragon Tier 1 again. All this time, VY Gaming had TP, had Unstoppable Force, but they didn't even make the call. They're not saying like, hey, Malphite, TP over, we can fight. It's more of like, we'll just get this simple kill and back off. We'll save our resources and utility for the next one.
I like it. If you look at on the left side of the screen, right? Dylan Pro's actually picking how many seconds he has left on the Curse of Mummy. Meanwhile, Death Mark coming in by Just No Limit. So much pressure. Such a clean game coming up from Inspire.
Looks like you picked the right horse this time, Matthew. I went for Marshall and it looked good at the start, it looked good in the draft, but when it comes down to the execution, it comes down to the map play. Team Inspired from Indonesia is looking pretty solid. Rock solid, in fact. Oh, Hello, it's us again.
That's us. Hello everybody, and we're back. Okay,
Marshall, they have to play this slow game.
Yep. Yeah, they're just gonna try and farm things out. Try to look for those openings. Remember, they have the late game potential with this Shyvana and this Jinx. But so far, just hasn't really been able to get anything going. Dylan Pros already really tanky with this Amumu pick.
I'm not sure how that Amumu is gonna be taken down right now, because all he really has to do is hit Curse of the Set Mummy and allow for Just No Limit to literally walk in. Like, if you're a Team Marshall, you'll be worried about the Amumu. Can you kill him before he starts the fight? Because once he enters, the value of Amumu is just done already. Bandage toss into Curse of the Set Mummy, he can literally turn his phone off, he'll be fine, alright? Marshall
He's like, yep, I've done my job. You know what? I'm going to just drink some water. It's all going to be good. And the great thing about Wild Rift is that before he goes for the engage, Just No Limit, he could be on the other side of the map. But meanwhile, another fight. Yeah, he's going to go down. Nope, does have the Hourglass and Chan. Just No Limit want to go for the kill. He says, you know what? The Hourglass is just going to delay the Nether. Meanwhile, straight away, TP's into the bottom side. A double kill for the Dylan Pros. Flashes, tries to go for the big bandage toss place. But Just No Limit is going for the chase. A Rampage coming out. Inspire is just bloodthirsty. Has everything going for them. 4-4-0 exchange. Has the mins and looks like they want to go for the final push here.
I think it was a 4-for-1. The Ashe did die in that play, but
yes.
All eyes on the Zed, all eyes on the Malphite and Amumu, who make things happen for their team, right? You can see the split right now, still going in with the Death Mark, trying to get the kill. He should be able to guarantee this, and even uses the Living Shadow again to style on the Jinx. Says, I don't even need this, I'm just going to throw this behind you in case you flash away. Gets the tier 3 as well on the Baron lane, and my goodness, they get everything that they want. They get the kills, they get the turrets, they get the Baron as well. I think this is looking pretty over at this point, Matthew.
Yeah, unless they really, misplay something, or, Marshall, they make a big play. I don't really see, Inspire losing this game. However, don't count it out. There could be big turnarounds happening. You'll never know. This is Wild Rift, it is really random sometimes. Anything can happen.
I think if Marshall wants to get back into the game, they will have to find a pick or catch the Zed out first. The Zed has been doing so much, right? It's the value of this snowballed Zed makes it such that the backline cannot even step up into fight. And the Inferno Dragon secure, they will be picking up majority of the buffs as well. Team Inspire, they're grouping up, they're walking down mid, they're looking to close this one out.
Alright, they do have the Baron buff, so the Empowered, and remember they even took the Dragons earlier, also they have all the buffs in the world just supporting them. Let's see how they want to go for it. It looks like they are going to do the methodical thing, continuing what they have done throughout this whole game, right? Don't go for the rashy plays, make sure that everything is going according to plan, or make sure you don't make any mistakes.
Dude, they have a lot more discipline than me. If it was me in like a Wild Rift game, I'd be just, guys, run it down mid, go for the Nexus, doesn't matter, right? But instead, they're going for the third tier 3, and they want to kind of slowly let the waves push in. Let the waves come in and then force the opponents to play.
The Malphite backdoor! It's the Malphite backdoor! You know what?
Malphite backdoor?
Nothing else matters!
It's the Malphite backdoor! Hitting the Nexus!
Oh, okay.
He should be able to get this.
You should probably focus on that. Yeah, there goes the game as well. Like, even VY Gaming knows, could have went for
He's like laughing.
Route, but there you go. Oh, you could see that. You saw that?
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet, right? That was the Infinity Gauntlet coming in. Congratulations to Team Inspire. Just No Limit, the man on your screen right now, playing a huge part of that. And VY Gaming, towards the end, we were joking about how he was back